Hi everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be going along with the newest thing that we have been seeing all over YouTube, the 2-ingredient biscuit. So right here, what we have is your self-rising flour, and we have 2 cups of that. We have our oven preheating to 450 degrees. Here I have 2 cups of milk. And how I actually alter this recipe is I'm using plant-based milk, a mixture of plant-based milk and plant-based sour cream. So I have about a half cup of plant-based sour cream, and the rest to make my 2 cups is my plant-based milk. And to make these biscuits a little bit more sweet for breakfast, we're gonna add some of our dehydrated blueberries. So we're gonna start our base of the 2-ingredient biscuits. So all we're going to do is we're going to add a little of our liquid mixture. We're not gonna add all at once because we may not need it all. And remember guys, we're using self-rising flour. And look at there, our mixture is nice and moist, so we did not need all of our liquid. So you can actually take these biscuits, and when I was growing up, my mom did drop biscuits, and my aunt, she would roll out biscuits. So it's your choice to decide which method that you're going to do. I'm actually going to use a wide mouth jar. But before I do that, I'm going to add some blueberries into our mixture. And when these biscuits get done, I'm actually going to put a glaze on the top. You could also take this recipe, place it on a sheet pan, mold it into a circle, and cut triangles and make scones. But today we are going to shape some biscuits. So what I'm going to do is add a little flour to my counter. And then make sure we have all of our mixture. And this does not require you pulling out your rolling pin or anything like that. You're basically just going to flatten the mixture out. I put a little flour on the top of our wide mouth jar. And we're just going to cut our biscuits out. If you have a biscuit cutter, that is great. You guys know from watching my different videos that I don't really like items that only have one use. So if it only has one use, I'm not purchasing it. So here we have our sheet pan. And we're going to begin to place our biscuits on our sheet pan. And so a little trick when you are baking off biscuits, if you want your edges to be crispy, I'm just getting the excess flour off the top. If you want your edges to be crispy, what you'll do is you'll spread the biscuits out. But if you want your edges to be nice and soft, you make sure your biscuits are touching. Okay, you don't want to knead too much. Guys, these biscuits are great for breakfast. They're great to have with your dinner. You guys know how much I love brunch. So these would be great for brunch. But I have a girlfriend, one of my really good female friends. She's like a sister to me. And I made some apple cobbler just recently, and then I made a apple galette, and I was supposed to be taking some to her, and she was willing to come pick it up as well. But they began to do paving on our road, and so she wasn't able to get to me, and that day I wasn't able to get to her, and so she kind of missed out on that dessert. So I am going to stop by her house in the morning, and 3 of these biscuits will be hers, because you know we love our people and we want everybody to know that we love them. And for me, I feel like love is an action word, and so I love to show it. So we're going to use our bench scraper, making sure we're getting our excess flour up. So these are our biscuits. I have some melted butter that I'm going to brush the tops with. And so we're going to brush them now, and then when they come out, but while they're baking, I'm actually going to be making the glaze that goes on the top, guys. And the glaze is just going to be your confectioner's sugar, a little milk, and vanilla, and you stir that up, and that's what we're going to pour on top of our biscuits. So here we are, ready for the oven. I'll see you back in about 20 minutes. So family, it has been 15 minutes. We are back. Our biscuits are out of the oven. We had the oven set at 20 minutes, but I also have some other stuff in the oven. So at the 15-minute mark, I checked them, and they are brown on the top. And here we have our glaze. And again, this is confectioner's sugar, milk, and Maisel double strength vanilla. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little glaze on the top of each biscuit. You can do this when they're cool, but I prefer to do it while they're still warm. And you can see those blueberries are nice and plump. So even though they were dehydrated when we started, once they got with the moisture in the biscuit mixture, they reconstituted. And that's what I love about dehydrating different fruits and vegetables. It gives them a long shelf life. And you can use them for years to come, actually. Mine don't really last for years, but I enjoy them. I dehydrate lots of different fruits when I get, lots of different fruit and vegetables when I get a bumper harvest of tomatoes. Some years whenever I get extra zucchini, whenever I get extra squash, I dehydrate them and place them in one of my ball jars. I put an oxygen absorber inside, and it seals, and I store it in my pantry. Well guys, thank you for coming along with me today. We are going to enjoy these lovely blueberry biscuits. Thank you to the Collard Valley Cooks as well as Black's Tropical Homestead for debuting this recipe. I appreciate you guys. Remember, get up, get out, and grow something, and have faith in our food. We'll see you the next time.